I'll have a look at the newspapers. Lots of focus, Flo, you found on that war of words that's ongoing, really, isn't it, between the FBI and Apple. Monday, the Justice Department saying it found a way to unlock an iPhone without help from Apple.
That's right. It's such a crazy story. And this is the latest twist in this arm wrestling match between the FBI and Apple. It's actually put Apple in quite a tight spot because, after all, it has a vested interest in the security and privacy of its customers. So let's take a look at an article in the New York Times today that says that pretty much the ball is now in Apple's camp. It's facing a new challenge, learning how the FBI cracked its phone, fixing the flaw, and trying to make sure that it never happens again.
It's quite mysterious, isn't it? I mean, the only thing that seems pretty clear is there's some kind of outside party involved.
That's right. Rumors are flying about who this outsider just is. Let's take a look at an article in the Daily Beast today that wonders, did the FBI unleash a hacker's army on Apple? And this has a quote, actually, from the FBI director, James Comey, who, responding to questions about just who this outside help was, he said, lots of folks came to us with potential ideas. Okay. Now, the article points out that there's a lucrative market out there for hackers who can try to break the toughest technology, and there are reports that the knight in shining armor that came to the FBI's rescue might have actually been an Israeli company called Cellebrite. And the Daily Beast reports that last week it signed a contract worth more than $15 million with the FBI. Mm-hmm. But the funny detail is that one of Cellebrite's other clients is Apple. So I wonder how that's going to work out for them. The Washington Post, though, points out that this is just the beginning of the arms race between Apple and the FBI, maybe more of like a cat and mouse race. And in the meantime, though, there's this larger conflict over encryption, the encryption of data and its impact on privacy and security. This is a major debate that we have yet to have, according to the Washington Post.
Let's move on to a different story now. In the wake of the deadly terrorist attack in Lahore, Libération has a special report on Afghan Taliban fighters living in Pakistan.
That's right. It's a fascinating report that actually focuses on the wives of these Taliban fighters. You can see the front page here of Libération with the wives of these Taliban. So these are Afghans that are actually refugees in Pakistan. And Libération's reporters managed to follow the everyday lives of these women. It's really incredible. I recommend reading it today. According to Libé, these wives are really reduced to domestic roles. They're required to cook, to take care of the children, and to do all sorts of chores, cleaning, washing, making meals, etc. But they're all very devoted. It quotes one woman saying, "My husband's home is my home for life." It's a life, though, that really takes place outside of the real world, according to Libé's report. And it's also a life that takes place in the omnipresent shadow of religion, of jihad, and its consequences.
If you're watching us this time yesterday, we were right in the middle of that big story, the hijacking of the Egyptian airplane on a short flight from Alexandria to Cairo, diverted to Cyprus.
That's right, and thankfully that ended well. We were holding our breath for 6 hours, but thankfully the hijacker surrendered. Nobody was harmed, but it really has raised the alarm once again about security. You can see the front page here of the Wall Street Journal, this impressive photo of someone escaping from the cockpit there. This hijacking renews concerns about airport security in Egypt in particular, because it comes just a couple of months after a jet was downed after departing from the Sharm el-Sheikh airport. The Egyptian media is obviously responding to this as well. I pulled out an article from Al-Misrai Al-Yum. It's an Egyptian paper that's really, you can feel a feeling of despair in this article. It says this is really not what Egypt needs right now. It completely undermines all the effort that the country has made to try and save Egypt's struggling tourism industry in the wake, of course, of that airplane crash.
And Cypriot officials saying the hijackers was, the phrase they're using is psychologically unstable. Unstable. It's
quite a particular story. It's getting a lot of attention. Let's take a look at a couple of articles. You can see here the Independent reporting that the hijacker, identified as Saif Eldin Mustafa, took control of the flight using a bomb made of phone cases, so reportedly a fake suicide belt. Now, authorities say that he asked to speak with his Cypriot ex-wife, and then he started making all sorts of incoherent demands. You can see The Guardian saying it was all about a woman, a bizarre saga. And this has led to some mockery, it must be said, in the press. Let's take a look at a cartoon in Asharq al-Awsat. This is a Pan-Arab paper based in London. You can see here the situation taking place outside. Authorities say, what are your demands? And the guy asks for a Coke, actually. Now, another incredible detail that's grabbing a lot of attention, in fact, it's on the front page of several British papers, is this incredible photo that was taken inside the plane during the hijacking. Let's take a look at another article in Oil and Gas People. Well, the man that took this incredible selfie, allegedly here in the plane during the hijacking, is an oil and gas worker named Benjamin Enos. Now, he told The Sun, I'm not quite sure why I did it. I just threw caution to the wind while trying to stay cheerful in the face of adversity.
He looks cheerful.
He doesn't look very cheerful or terrified. Not quite sure. The cheeky picture, though, has been dubbed the ultimate selfie, and I think that is quite right.
I think it's wrong. It's not a selfie. Look at it carefully. To be a selfie, he has to be holding the camera, and he's not.
He might be, though.
I don't think he is. I don't think he is. Anyway, it's a great picture. It's a great picture and a good story. Good to see it came to a happy ending after all that coverage we gave it yesterday. Thank you very much. Flo